Alright guys, we're here doing a deck profile for my Urshifu deck. Now this is the first time I'm doing a deck profile for Pokemon on my channel. But I've been getting into Pokemon a little bit because Icon is the only tournament I'm able to play since they have them on Sundays, and that's my free time. I've been playing this deck for about 2 weeks, I think it was, or 3 weeks, and I got second place at my locals, which was super exciting. So I wanted to share a deck profile because I haven't seen many people putting this deck profile out there. I think this deck profile is pretty good. A lot of my a lot of people that play at my locals, they play Shadow Riders, so it's kind of tough for this deck to deal with Shadow Riders. There's all kind of ways to be able to beat the deck. You can try to get your Rapid Strike Urshifu up and running, your setup as fast as possible, but they just set up a little bit faster than you do, and they just start knocking out everything one hit. So I devised a deck, which you know, I mean, I wouldn't say I devised this deck, but I've been playing this build that my friend recommended, and I'm guessing his friend recommended to him, which really helps you get your Rapid Strike set up a lot faster. This is basically the turn 1 Rapid Strike build. I mean, turn 1 setup to where you're able to set up everything and get your Rapid Strike online first turn. So let me go over the deck list, and like I said, I got second place with this deck. It's pretty good. I definitely enjoyed it. So first off, we're playing three Rapid Strike Urshifu V. I know a lot of lists are playing 4, but I feel like 3 is better because you don't want to draw too many of this, but you want to make sure that you have them at least 2 to be able to play. Because if you get the real setup to where you have one in the active and one in the bench, so when they knock out the one in the active, you'll have the bench one ready to go. It'll be definitely very helpful, especially if you prize some, or if you have to discard some at some point to get stuff going. So 3 Rapid Strike Urshifu. Playing also 3 of the Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. Still, this is a basic build to have 3 of this, you know what I mean, just in case you prize one or you have to discard it or whatever you have to do. You have 3 and 3. A lot of people play 3 and 4, like I said, but 3 and 3 is good for me. You're able to get to it. You're able to have the double Urshifu. Seems pretty good to me. All right, so here's the fresh tech, I want to say, to the deck. I'm playing 2 Galarian Moltres. Let me move these up a little bit. Actually, I'm playing 2 Galarian Moltres. This is the part where it allows you to basically get your Rapid Strike energies and everything started a lot faster than Shadow Riders. This is like a first turn setup for your Rapid Strike setup, and it allows you to start knocking out your opponent's Shadow Rider Pokemon before they're able to evolve and become 320 HP when they're only 210. You hit them with the 180 Rapid Strike. The 180 G Max Rapid Flow, and then that leaves them with only 30 HP left, and then you knock them out with the either Teleon's quick shooting or whatever else you have. And also Galarian Moltres has a very nice utility to where there's a dark Pokemon, and it takes 3 energies, but it's 190 hitting, so it knocks out any Shadow Rider with 1 hit very easily. So it's super nice, and then it also knocks out El Creamy without even having any weakness damage, because El Creamy's before they evolve is like 170, so it's hitting for 190. More than times, I don't really use it as an attacker, but sometimes you can use it. But just keep in mindful that, you know what I mean, more than likely they're going to knock this out next turn, because it also does 30 damage to itself. So it knocks itself down to a 190, and that's pretty easy for them to knock out with one attack. So 2 Galarian Moltres, really good. The fact that the reason why it's really in the deck is for the Duraflame wings. What it basically what it does is once per turn during your turn, you can take a dark energy or a darkness energy from your discard pile and attach to this Pokemon. So when I get further into the deck profile, I'll show you what the cards that we use to utilize to be able to get the first turn Rapid Strike set up. So simple enough. We're playing 4 of the Sobble. 4 Sobble, super, you know what I mean, conventional. You want to make sure that you have at least 2 set up on your first turn to be able to get your Drizzles and your Inteleon going. You definitely want to, if you're going to be in a bad spot if you don't have at least 2 Sobbles on your first turn. So you can start evolving, start getting the cards with Drizzle, start getting your quick shooting set up, all good to go. So 4 Sobble. Alright, and then 3 Drizzle. Now, like I said, this is more of my preference. I'm playing the 3 Drizzle instead of the 4. 3 Drizzle is fine. Like I said, the same logic with Urshifu. You don't want to have too many, but you definitely don't want to prize all of them and not be able to dig in your deck for more cards. So I'm playing the 3, and then playing 3 Inteleon and the split package. So I'm playing 2 quick shooter Inteleon and then 1 shady dealings. I play other cards to be able to utilize my shady dealings a lot more than instead of playing 2 and 2. I have other cards in my deck that allows me to basically plus off this a little bit more. So I'm doing the 4-3-3 lineup for the Inteleon package. Really good, very helpful. I don't draw too many. I don't have, you know what I mean, I don't undercompensate myself. So it's pretty nice. 1 Pensimian for the plus 300 on bench hit for our rapid flow, our VMAX rapid flow, and then a 1 Crobat to be able to draw cards. And now since I'm playing the Moltres, Crobat has a lot more utility because now I'm playing Darkness Energies. His Venomous Flame definitely helps me in the matchup against Shadow Riders also. So not only do we have the Moltres, we have the Crobat that does 140 damage to them, and it also poisons them. So it actually does like 150 by the time their turn ends, and they have to switch it out just to be able to get the poison away, get off the poison. So definitely helpful. Being able to attack with him and then knocking out these Shadow Riders with the VMAX Rapid Flow is definitely helpful because this knocks it down by 140, and then you Rapid Flow them when they go back to the bench so they can get off the poison and basically take 3 prize cards. So you knock out their Crobat, you hit them with the Crobat, doing like 150 to them, and then you knock out their Crobat with their Shadow Rider, and you know what I mean, you collect 4 prize cards that turn. Now our best concept, you really want to knock out them evolved as VMAX, so you try to weaken them as much as possible so you can take 5 prize cards, but the 4 prize cards is good too. Alright, we're playing 4 level balls. 4 level balls are really good. It allows you to be able to get to your Drizzles, your Sobbles a little bit quicker. I play this and then 3 quick balls. So I'm playing a 4-3 lineup for the balls, just to make sure that I have my Drizzles when I need them. The quick balls are nice to be able to get to Crobats, but since I'm not playing as many basic Pokemon as the other build, since we took out the Metachans and the Zapdoses and stuff like that, other basic Pokemon, and I'm playing a lower lineup than Drizzles, I want to be able to use the level balls to get to them. But using a double level ball or just making sure I have 2 Sobble first turn is super key to setting up everything, having your setup to be able to start knocking out Pokemon. So 4-3 with the level and quick balls. I'm also playing 3 Evil Incense to be able to get to my evolutionary Pokemon, VMAX Pokemon. And then we're also playing 2 Tower of Water. Mostly just because I thought about cutting it down to one, but since so many players are playing stadium cards, like the Tower of Darkness is super annoying and relevant. You want to be able to get rid of that stadium as fast as possible. Sometimes you will have to neg yourself just to get rid of the stadium, because if they continue to keep drawing cards, plussing, it will be downhill from there. So playing 2, thinking about bumping up to 3 just to be able to, or 4 just to be able to deal with them stadiums, especially with Leafeon, increasing your cost so you won't be able to retreat your Pokemon, and they hit pretty hard if your cost is 4 or more. All right, so we're also playing 2 Energy Switch. Now, Energy Switch is definitely a new to the lineup. Energy Switch is basically what you use for the Moltres setup. So what you basically do is you can discard Darkness Energy for either your Quick Ball or your Researcher, and then basically get it back with the Moltres. Use Energy Switch to put it on your Rapid Flow Urshifu VMAX. So it's not a normal attachment, so you're still able to attach your Rapid Flow Energy, your Rapid Strike Energy, and then you put the Darkness Energy on it from the Energy Switch. So super nice, like first turn play, knocking out 2 Pokemon that play. And since you're knocking out Pokemon so fast, you are able to basically do the same thing again. You detach the energies, you have another Rapid Strike Energy in your hand, you equip that, you do the same thing with the Energy Switch. Since you're playing the Inteleon package, you're able to get to these cards a lot easier and fast. You basically just get to tuner out whatever cards you want out your deck, so super nice. And then also you have it's good utility to take the Darkness Energies off of Moltres and put it on Crobat, stuff like that. Alright, we're playing the 1 telescopic sight. You know what I mean? Pretty straightforward. +3, +30 to any VMAX V or G Pokemon that are hit on the bench. 1 Tool Scrapper, just to be able to get past your opponent's pesky tool cards, like the shield that Zekrom decks are using to get +50, so they won't be able to get knocked out so easily. And then also the tool jammer that Leafeons are starting to play in their deck, so you won't be able to have your so your tool cards will be ineffective. We're playing 1 Scoop Up Net. The Scoop Up Net is super important. Like I said, the reason why I'm only playing 1 Shady Dealings Inteleon is because the Scoop Up Net allows me to you basically have a Froakie you have a Froakie. You have a Sabo on board, you have a Drizzle on board, and you have a full Inteleon package on board. You drop the Scoop Up Net, you scoop up the Inteleon package, you drop another Drizzle, drop another Inteleon, so it basically allows you to dig for 4 to 5 trainer cards to be able to get your setup a lot faster. So super important, pretty nice. Also able to scoop up any too much damage that are done to your Pokemon that are in VMAX or GX, like your Inteleons. So definitely important, definitely important. And it also has a nice utility. If you put one of your non-GX or VMAX Pokemon in the active, you can basically just scoop them up, and it'll basically allow you to switch your Pokemon if you don't have a switch or a air balloon, because your opponent has like mine on board, so it's hard for you to retreat your Pokemon, stuff like that. We're only playing the 1 air balloon. You know, one air balloon is fine. I had to cut down on the amount of cards that I was using just to be able to fit the Galarian Moltres package in there. Air balloon was definitely a nice choice to cut down. If I need it, I'll go get it with the Drizzle package, with the Inteleon package. So you know, it doesn't really hurt to not see it. Like I said, we're making sure that we have our stadiums up as much as possible, just to deal with my other opponents' stadiums. All right, and we're playing 1 energy search to be able to get to that energy. You're playing an Inteleon package, like I keep saying this. You're playing an Inteleon package, so it's good to be able to you know what I mean, be able to have a card to search a card that gets you energy, because energy is scarce in this deck and you want to be able to keep up with those. One switch. I understand that the deck played probably like a 2 lineup with the air balloon and 2 up the switch. I had to cut it down as much as possible. You're not really switching through your Pokemon, dealing like your focus really isn't the Gale Thrust, so that's what the switch was mostly about. You really just want to get your Rapid Strike set up as fast as possible, and then be able to start knocking out 2 Pokemon. The faster that you set up your Rapid Strike, the slower your opponent will be able to set up their stuff. So you basically can use the same Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX and knock out all your opponent's Pokemon, because they're not being able to put damage on the board fast enough, because you're knocking out all their Pokemon that can't attack. So switch isn't as important anymore as it was before. Alright, to the supporters, we're playing a 1 right hand. The 1 right hand is pretty important. It's pretty nice. You can search it when you want it. When you need it, you'll get it because you're playing an Inteleon package. You don't want it before then because it's super non-useful and then you end up discarding it for the researcher. 2 Bird Keeper. We're playing 2 Bird Keeper just basically so you can switch your Pokemon, draw cards. Sometimes you have too many cards in your hand to be able to use research, or your opponent has a really bad hand and you don't want to make their hand better with the Marley. So you want to use the Bird Keeper to be able to draw you some cards, switch your Pokemon. Like I said, simple as that. 2 Marley, just to be able to disrupt your opponent's hand when they have too many cards. Make your hand better. When you're able to get your hand to like 2 or 1 card and then you Marley, or to be able to get cards that's in your hand that you don't want to discard with Researcher to put back in your deck so you don't waste them. Marley is pretty important and super good. 2 Boss, you know what I mean, self-explanatory, to be able to just PG out those Pokemon or switch out those Pokemon that you want to knock out, to prioritize over other Pokemon so you can deal with your opponent's setup, stuff like that. When you don't have your Rapid Flow set up, then you know what I mean, Boss comes in handy to deal with those other Pokemon with the Gale Thrust. Alright, and we're playing 4 Researcher. Simple, just basic, you know, everyone's playing 4 Researcher to be able to just get your hand down, dump the cards you don't need, and get to the cards that you actually need, or you know what I mean, at the end of the game you go for your Drizzle to add the Researcher to basically just dig through your deck for 7 cards to get to the card to win your game. So super pretty important. And those are the supporters. Alright, for the energies is definitely different. So we're playing 1 Earth Energy. You basically don't really need the Earth Energy. The only Pokemon that's going to be doing the attacking is either your Galarian Moltres, your Crobat. Well, I'm probably the only one that's probably out here attacking with Crobat, but I only use Crobat, Galarian Moltres, and your Rapid Strike VMAX Urshifu. So the Earth Energy isn't that important. You still play 1 of it just in case you have to use Pansemian to knock out Pokemon with his attack, because it allows you to attack any Pokemon, bench or active. And it takes only 1 Earth Energy. And then you also have your Gale Thrust only takes 1 Earth Energy. So if you need to use those skills attacks, you'll be able to use it pretty easily with the 1 Earth Energy. And like I said, it's searchable, so you have your energy search when you need to get it. We're playing 4 Darkness Energy. Now 4 Darkness Energy is way more important. You want to get to these as soon as possible so you can start dumping them into the discard pile, and then what? Dumping them into your discard pile so you can basically get them back with the Galarian Moltres. I play 2 because my opponent definitely goes after it once they start seeing my setup and how it works. They don't want me to set up too fast because this deck is scary when it's set up, knocking out Pokemon and taking 3 prize cards per turn at least. And then last but not least, 4 Rapid Strike energies. You know what I mean, self-explanatory. You want as many as these as possible in your hand. Well, not too early, but in your hand when you need them. So you can be able to use your attacks a lot easier. You never want to put two rapid strike energies on one Pokemon. That becomes a waste and it puts you behind. So you definitely want to do your best, because these count as 2 energies, one earth and one water for your rapid strike Pokemon. And Inteleon is the quick shooting Inteleon is a rapid strike Pokemon that takes 2 energies, so you can be able to use your attacks pretty easy with that, doing 70 damage. Too bad the Shade Dealings one isn't a rapid strike Pokemon. You really never going to use that attack, even though it's a pretty good attack. 120 to your active and 20 to one of your opponent's bench is pretty nice damage spread, but you know, it's not a rapid strike Pokemon. Alright, and that is the deck. I have been thinking about other cards that would help me, because like I said, I got second place, but I lost to Leafeon. Round 1, and I also lost to Leafeon in the finals. It was really hard to deal with that deck. They one-shot everything, so it's kind of tough to actually play against it. But I've been thinking about playing Blaziken. I think my friend tried Blaziken that tournament, but he also lost too. But I think he was playing some other cards also that probably hindered his consistency getting there. But you know, stuff happens. The Rapid Strike Blaziken and Rapid Strike Blaziken VMAX are pretty good. They're colorless energy to use the the fire attacks, and then it also allows you to take any kind of energy, special or basic, and attach them to your Pokemon on bench. So it's another card that allows you to set up your Rapid Strike to where they knock out the Blaziken, and then you have your Rapid Strike online ready to go. So I'm gonna try that this weekend or for a tournament, and I'll let you guys know if it's better or the build that I have right here is the best you can do with the Rapid Strike VMAX deck post rotation. All right, and like, comment, and subscribe. It's super important and appreciative. All support is definitely appreciated. And like I said, this is my first Pokemon deck profile. I think I have a Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile on here also, the one of its kind. Don't worry, more will come. As I don't want to just jump into another deck when I haven't mastered the deck that I'm playing, so I can make sure I have the best information to be able to play this deck. I know people still like this deck and still enjoy it, and they still want to play it, even though Shadow Rider is all over the meta and just literally just destroying everybody. But this deck worked out fine for me. I was able to take down Shadow Rider. I was able to take down Zekrom deck, and then I also beat a Umbreon deck. And I think the last deck that I beat, I kind of can't remember the last deck, but yeah, I was able to. But like I said, I lost to Leafeon in Swiss, and then I also lost to Leafeon in the finals. Super tough. I did do some misplays that made things tough for me to win, but you know, I'm gonna try out the Blaziken and see if it helps a little bit better. With the Sobble, you're able to tune out your quick strike, rapid strike Pokemon, but your bench does get a little cloggy, so it might be tough to be able to incorporate it. And the deck is kind of set in stone, so taking out anything might mess with the consistency. So, and what is it? The Blaziken has 2 cards, so it might be tough to be able to get that out there. If you want to try the deck, if I think about it, you could take out one Bird Keeper and then take out maybe the Bird Keeper in the right hand, or the Bird Keeper and one Level Ball to be able to incorporate Blaziken into the deck. That's my player's preference for me. But you know, play with the deck. You know what I mean, comment down below if you have any other ideas that will help play against the meta. Blaziken, it definitely helps against Zekrom and Leafeon, so that's why I started thinking about it. So, you know what I mean, like I said, if you have any suggestions or comments, put it down in the comment below. More information for everybody that's watching the videos, not just me talking about what I think is better. We're all a community and we can all learn from each other. And again, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel so I can have more deck profiles coming to you guys. I also want to, I'm trying to set up like deck, not deck, but basically playthroughs or whatever for the formats. So be looking for those kind of videos. Thank you everybody for watching. Peace. I'm out.